Welcome to qualifying here in Interlagos as the cars are readying up for what's likely to be a very important session. When it comes to getting lap time out of this circuit, it's traditionally been about maximising top speed. Do you simply remove as much downforce as possible, hang on into the corners and max out down the straights?
The teams will have arrived with all manner of parts designed to capitalise on the long straights. The cars will be that much harder to drive in the corners, but everyone will be in the same boat.
Information time. We've lost oil pressure. Looks like a leak somewhere in the system. We're on standby for the time being until we can patch it up. Well, that's further back than we'd like, but don't worry about it. Just means more fun for us tomorrow.
The fans really seem to enjoy that. You made it look easy.
You're first in the championship. You must be confident about winning it this season. It's looking like the championship is already won. Do you think there's still time for this to change?
It didn't look like you put much time into practice today. Is there a reason? Will your team have your reliability problems fixed by qualifying? Appreciate your time.
Obviously, I expected a better session, but these things happen from time to time. Try to make up for it in the race.
Where there's a will, well, there's a way. And nowhere has that fact been better demonstrated over the years than here at Interlagos. Remember Senna winning while fighting a gearbox that was jammed in 6th? 5 Drivers' Championship deciders in a row between 2005 and 2009. And of course, the passionate Brazilian fans packing the grandstands to capacity every year. And they're not about to stop now. We're racing today then at Interlagos, a historic 2.7-mile circuit and one of the few anti-clockwise tracks on the calendar. 15 corners in total, 9 to the left and 6 to the right, with a technical middle section opening up to a flat-out Sector 3. And that gives us our best passing opportunity down into Turn 1. So before the off, let's remind ourselves of yesterday's qualifying session with a look at the starting grid. Lewis Hamilton lines up on pole position, and Valtteri Bottas will line up alongside. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Vettel, Sainz, Turner and Ocon, Ricciardo, Raikkonen, Magnussen and Max Verstappen, Grosjean, Perez, Pierre Gasly and Leclerc, Alonso, Sirotkin, Brendan Hartley and Stoffel van Dorn. Stroll and Marcus Ericsson rounds off the grid. And with preparations almost complete, let's head down to the track.
Our grid position is not a... DRS is now enabled and will be available to use when you are within 1 second of the car ahead in the DRS zone. Our gap to the car in front is 1.7 seconds. Caution, caution. Engine is looking a little worn. Power output will be less than optimal. Our gap behind is 3.8. Go, exit now. We're racing on the exit. Okay, stay clear of the white line on the exit. We'll receive a penalty for dangerous driving if you cross over into the track. The gap to the car ahead is 3.9. Top job, my friend, top job. I was a bit worried about this one at the start of the weekend, but you've pulled through. Thank you.
It was a magnificent race and a drive right out of the top draw to take the win for Renault. And I have to wonder, Anthony Davidson, just what set them apart from the competition here.
I think a large part of the result comes down to temperament. They were able to keep their heads when everyone around them was losing theirs, and that's allowed them to get the best out of the car, to maximise the strategy, and to stay out of trouble.
And now it's time to wind down and celebrate after that fantastic Grand Prix. Here they come, your top three, out onto the podium. To this round of the World Championship, here's how things look in the drivers' table. Well, the gap at the top of the championship has been cut down after a difficult race today for our championship leader. Now then, Anthony Davidson, who was your driver of the day?
I'm going to say Brendan Hartley. It was probably one of his best drives this season, and I was thoroughly impressed.
On to the Constructors then. With that result, Mercedes secure the Constructors title. They've been truly outstanding since the very first round of what's been a thrilling championship. That's it for today's Grand Prix, and from Ant and I, it's goodbye, and see you again next time.
That's a great result. You did really well. I don't think we can have any complaints with that performance.
We've received invitations to new historic events. You'll be able to choose whether or not to participate before the end of this